So how do I get to my £100,000? So
do we get a copy of those slides?
absolutely, no problem. So what is qualifying expenditure? How do I get to my 100k? Salaries, your time, so what do you get paid? So if you've got an individual who works for you and he spends all he does is R&D, and he's developing new products, or he's testing, or he's developing new processes, that's all he does. Whatever his salary is for the year, plus the gross employer's national insurance, which is 12.8%, that all qualifies. You also have any payments that the company puts into a pension fund. They qualify, they get this £100,000. So it's quite easy. If you have 2 or 3 employees, just at a graduate level, you can easily get to the 100k. In addition to that, I'm not going to go through all of them, you can read it. The materials, any materials that are used up during the R&D process. So if you're developing a new product and you're building a prototype, provided that you don't actually go and sell that prototype, those material costs qualify for R&D. So the cost to you that you went and spent with a supplier will qualify, and you uplift it by 75% or 30% depending on the regime. Also the power, you get to claim a portion of your utilities. So power, water, and any software used up in R&D, you can claim this, and you can uplift it by the 75% or 30%. And I'm not making this up. This is there, and companies can claim it. And what's interesting, the companies that are claiming it at the minute, according to Dyson, 2/3 of the money that the revenue give is given to service companies. The banks do this. The banks never forget to put an R&D claim into their tax return, and they're getting a massive uplift. That's where the changes may come to try to stop that potentially. The banks they never forget to claim R&D. And then there's various other things. So if you subcontract out to another company, you can also claim some of that cost. At 65% you can claim back and then uplift that again. So there are a couple of our contacts. Just a few key messages. You're definitely doing R&D. Get away from the thought that it's just somebody in a white coat and that's all that qualifies. It's not. The companies that we work with, now I work in a core team, myself and Jeanette head up the team, and there's 8 people in PWC in Belfast that specialise in doing R&D claims. We do R&D claims for software companies. Companies that are developing software internally or externally for customers, we make R&D claims. Now, you've got a lot of graduates there that just got a good graduate salary, and they're just developing software. That qualifies for R&D. We've worked with pharmaceutical companies, and I think when this was launched, that's who the R&D scheme was going after, but it applies to everybody. The pharmaceutical companies, they qualify. Engineering companies that are developing a new product or processes, trying to cut processes could be trying to cut efficiency or improve efficiency, cut material waste, scrappage. They would qualify. Every industry that you can think of, we've done claims for. So I'm happy to take some questions now, or are we going to have a question Q&A session at the end?
I think maybe if you want to ask questions now, let's just go for it.
If I may, just one question. On the items of qualifying expenditure, you mentioned power, water and software used in R&D. Does that imply that the cost of acquiring new software tools, the license costs associated with those, if you're developing a product or a new service that requires the introduction of a new software tool, that is an eligible expenditure item?
Yeah, if you're purchasing new software you're going to use that software to develop, then that qualifies for R&D, absolutely. What else we didn't really cover too much was capital spend. So if you have capital spend, so if you buy a piece of machinery that's used in R&D, you can claim 100% tax relief in year 1. So I had a company that bought a machine that cost £1 million. Then rather than waiting 5 years, it'd actually be a lot longer than that. The way the tax rules work, you don't just get, you get 20% in year 1, 20% in year 2, but it's just a balance method. We were able to accelerate the tax relief, so they got £1 million tax deduction in year 1. Buildings, if you acquire a new building, or you move, the building costs can qualify for R&D if people in that building are doing R&D. Now you won't get any other tax relief, so you can purchase a building, you're not doing any R&D, you won't get any tax relief after the minute you're only getting 1% tax relief on that. The rest of it's just a spend, it's an outlay. You can claim 100% tax relief. We've actually claimed the gym. So we've had a company that built the gym for its staff, and we went to the revenue and we claimed 100% tax deduction for a gym. Not because they're doing R&D in the gym, they're not in the running machine doing the gym, it's because the people that use the gym are doing R&D, and we can claim it. So software, you can get capital spend, you can get.
Sorry, and just to take another step back,
Yeah.
sort of, putting my other hat on.
Yeah.
We obviously develop software and then we sell software.
Yeah. The
software enhances, it's innovative for the company that we're selling it to.
Yeah.
Do they qualify for, as a tax relief for, as a
if you're developing it,
we developed it,
yeah.
Okay. We then sell the software, so the company that's purchasing the software.
Yeah, it would only be yourselves can claim it. They can't claim it.
We're not claiming it for ourselves, but they can claim it if they're buying the innovative software.
Absolutely, they can be if they're an SME, then
they're an SME or 5 or less than 500 people, they can claim that innovative software to innovate their procurement process.
Basically there's rules there for subcontracted R&D. So if you've got you've got an SME company and they subcontract to yourself perhaps, they will be able to claim the cost to them.
So it's a deductible purchase as such. Because it's an it's not R&D.
It's subcontracted R&D.
It's subcontract.
So it and they would have to be an SME themselves. There's a few rules you just have to check. But for your first year, they can still make a claim.
Sorry. Just a question on the claim. If you're working with natural products, but you always want to have a consistent product going out the door, if you like, from manufacturing, there's a constant adjustment has to be made because natural products continually change over time. Always, so 1 year to the next, 1 month to the next.
Absolutely.
That level of, say, maintenance or adjustment, is that claimable?
It could be. It could be. You'd have to look at it closely and just try to see what are the advancements. I mean, if you have to change the process and then you have to test it, then yes, it should be. You just have to be careful.